everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Mama's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I make my begiri and ewedu. I'm going to combine the two together, make it into one video. So here I have my ewedu already. This is the jute leaf. I've already this is frozen, so I already took it out, washed it, and I'm going to boil it in this pot. So for this ewedu alone, I'm just going to use ewedu and I season it with salt and some locust beans. For my begiri, I'm going to be using palm oil, Knorr cube, salt, a little bit of my Knorr powder, tomato powder. This is grounded shrimp, dry shrimp. I just poured it in here. So this is my dry shrimp, and I'm going to use locust beans and of course the beans itself. So let's get in the kitchen. Let me show you step by step of how to make this wonderful side dish. So the jute leaf or ewedu is here in the pot. I'm going to boil it for a minute. I'm not going to cover the pot, I'll just leave it open. This should boil for about 5 minutes. I'm not going to let it overcook. So 5 minutes, I'll take it out and then finish up with what I need to do with it. Okay guys, this ewedu is boiling. I'm just going to put my salt. Don't try not to add too much because you know you're going to put it in the soup and the soup already has salt in it. So you don't want to over salt it. I'm going to add my salt. I'm going to add my dried crayfish, grounded crayfish. I'll just put like a spoonful, maybe half a spoon of it. Depends on your taste. And then I sometimes put egusi, you know, dried egusi, grounded egusi, but today I don't have egusi, so I'm just going to leave it like this. So mix it with the salt and this, and I'm going to just let it, I'm turning off the stove right now actually. I'm just going to let it sit here for like 2 minutes, just for the salt and everything to get inside, and then I'll show you what I'll do next. And finally, I'm putting in my locust beans, just to give it that local flavor. And I'm done with this. If you want to, you can use this too. This is called ijabe. I've already washed it. This is my ijabe, but I rarely use this because it's too much of work for me. So if you want to, you can use this to, you know, work on it. But I normally just blend it after this. Okay? So we're gonna do that right now. Okay guys, my ewedu, cooked ewedu is in my blender, and I'm gonna try to blend it together. This should be enough. You don't want to blend it too much. So the ewedu is ready right now. Ready to be consumed. So I'll show you what to do next. So guys, after blending the ewedu, I'm just going to pour it in this pot and put it away. That is how your ewedu is made for your fufu, amala, or whatever you want it for. So see, this is really looking nice. You can also add Maggi cube, Knorr cube if you want to, but I don't do all that because those things are already in the soup that I'm going to be using. So I just cook it like this and then that's it. So I'm going to put it away in the fridge and I'll use it whenever I want to. So this is how ewedu is made. Okay guys, I think the beans is cooked. It's really cooked now, soft too. I just checked it, it's very soft. So at this stage, I'm going to turn off the stove and I will go ahead with the next step of making my begiri. I can't wait. Okay guys, you know the beans has been cooked. I'm now doing my begiri. The beans is already cooked and it's very soft. So here I'm going to start putting it through the sieve. Here. Some people blend it, but if you blend it, it's going to be too thick. You know, I used to make that mistake when I didn't know how to make begiri. I will boil the beans and then I will blend it to paste, and before you know it, it becomes so thick. And I have to start adding water and then it will lose its taste. So this is the best way to do it. You put it through a sieve and you mash it as you press it, and you get the beans paste out. You can pour more water, but I just do it like this because I don't want it to be too watery. I mean, I don't want, you know what I mean? I don't want it looking bad. So you pass it through like that. You press it and get all the water out. Can you see inside the bowl? The water is getting down there. So that's what you want to do. And you keep doing that until all the beans is, sieved out. All the juice is sieved out. And then with the chaff, you can still, put some oil in the pot and make it into some kind of beans porridge if you want to. If you don't, you can just throw it away. So you keep doing this until you go through all the beans, until you finish everything. Now you see I'm pouring some water in just to ease it off. I don't want to waste the juice, so you pour in some water at intervals and get out more of the juice from the beans. Okay guys, I'm ready to start making my begiri soup. So I'm going to pour some oil in the pot. You don't need more than a spoon of oil or half a spoon. It depends on how much beans you're using. So I think this is about 1 spoon of oil. That should be enough for me. So you're not going to let this oil really bleach, but you want it very hot. So we're just going to let it get very hot, but not bleached. And also remember, I forgot to tell you that I'm going to be using some pepper. So here in this container I have my grinded pepper. This is just Scotch bonnet pepper or habanero pepper and some onions. This is what I have in here. That's what I'm going to start with for the begiri. I'm still waiting for the oil to heat up, and once it does, we'll start cooking. So now the oil is hot enough, and I'm going to start by pouring in these tomatoes. I'm taking out them because some of these onions is not really fried. So I'm going to take it out. Do not grind. You just wait for it to fry a little bit before you start adding other things. Okay guys, this has been boiling for a while, frying for a while I mean. So I'm going to start putting all the things that I need for it. So I'm adding my crayfish. This is about a spoon of crayfish. You can add more if you want. Then I'm going to add my Knorr cube. I'm adding my Knorr cube. I use 2 cubes of Knorr. I'm going to add my salt. This is about half teaspoon of salt. You don't need too much salt, and because of the size of the pepper I'm frying, I don't really need to put too much salt. And I'm just going to let it simmer again for another 5 minutes before I take it off the stove. Okay, finally guys, I'm going to put the locust beans. You can grind it, you can leave it whole. For begiri, I like to leave my iru like this. If I'm using it for other things, I grind it, but for this, I just want to leave it like this. And you just leave it for like another 5 minutes. I like to always cook my food properly, so that's why it takes me time. Some people will ask why you always, you can just let it cook for 10 minutes and everything will be done. But no, when you add ingredients, you need to let the ingredient cook and be able to get into the other ones that you already put before you put in that. So that's why I always cook that's why I always put time to my cooking whenever I add a new ingredient. So I'm gonna leave this for 5 minutes like I said, and after that it's done. And so finally guys, the sauce is ready, and I'm just going to add my beans mixture. Remember how I made this, got to this stage. So I'm going to just turn it and let it cook as usual for another 5 to 10 minutes, and your begiri will be ready. You can taste for salt. If you want more salt, you add more salt. Let me taste for salt for this. I need more salt. And so guys, this has been boiling for about 5 minutes since the last time since when I put the pepper and onions combination. So this is your begiri. This is how you make begiri. This is really delicious, and this can go with amala and ewedu together with meat or fish sauce. So I'm going to show you when I serve it, but for this video, this is just specially on how to make begiri and ewedu.